In the beginning of the drama, we see the entry of our main lead, whose name is Lin. Today is a very historic day for him because he is going to acquire a company for which he has been dreaming for years. He makes his entry in the media cosmetic company with full luxury and style. But Nia's one secretary, whose name is Yuji, stops him. She says that, "Sir, you do not have an appointment. I am sorry. I will have to show you the way out." Everyone gets shocked that she has so much guts that she is stopping Lin. Meanwhile, she even calls the guard. Now Lin gets very angry. But before anything happens, a manager comes and takes Lin inside. After that, he had to make the entry in any case, because he was a very powerful person. The company which he was going to acquire was currently with his uncle. Meanwhile, his uncle's name is Singh. His uncle had cheated and done fraud and snatched this company from his dad's hand. Because of this incident, his parents also left this world. After that, the poor guy had spent his childhood alone. And today he came back so strong that the world kept watching. During the meeting, after threatening his uncle, as soon as he comes outside, he looks at Yuji carefully. He starts saying that, "You are Mr. Jin's daughter, right? Your face matches with him, and habits also. Your dad used to be my dad's secretary before, and then he changed sides and went to my uncle. He says that you are also not behind in flattering anyone, just like your dad." Saying this, he insults her and leaves from there. Meanwhile, with this, we also get to know a secret of Lin. These days, he was often visiting a cardiologist, because at this time, he had a heart disease which he got in inheritance from his dad. His heart had stopped working, and he had only 1 month left to live. He says that, "I do not want to waste 1 month. I will fulfill my dream and my dad's revenge, and then leave this world." The doctor tells him many times to get hospitalized, but he does not agree. He says, "Find a donor for me as soon as possible." Next day, he goes for the factory visit. At this time, he had become the biggest shareholder of the media company. He could show his authority strongly. But here, when he comes, he starts provoking the employees against their current chairman. He says that, "I want to become your next chairman, and everyone should show loyalty in front of me." On the other hand, Yuji fights with him on one thing. When he was trying to insult her, someone comes from behind and attacks Lin. His name was Ming, and he was Yuji's boyfriend. Meanwhile, by seeing Ming's personality, it feels that he is a very careless and spontaneous type of person. He does whatever comes in his mind immediately. Now a police case was made. Yuji gets worried. She goes and says to Lin that, "I came to say sorry on behalf of my boyfriend." He asks why did he not come. She says he is very bad at saying sorry. Then he says, "I am very bad at forgiving. Yes, but I can do it on one condition." He tells her to come to him to discuss the meeting related to the company. Otherwise, he will not take back the case. He wanted to discuss some secret things related to the company, so he calls her to his flat. But as soon as she reaches outside his door, at that time he gets an attack and falls on her and becomes unconscious. Then she takes him to the hospital. Of course, here Yuji gets to know about his secret, that he has a heart disease and he is not going to live for many days. But he gives her a warning. He says that if you say even one word in front of anyone, then before leaving this world, I will finish you. On the other hand, we see Ming, who is sitting with Jiang. Both of them were very good friends of Yuji and were discussing matters related to the company. Ming had doubt on some people that they have betrayed, so he starts following them and he comes to know some secrets which he should not have known. Meanwhile, we see Uncle Singh. While doing investigation, he also finds out that since Lin came back from abroad, he is meeting a heart doctor again and again. It does not take much time for him to find out that he has only 1 month to live. And this was his most clever move. He immediately reaches the shareholders meeting. He says that the person because of whom you are jumping so much is not going to live for long. Because of this, all shareholders lose trust from Lin. They ignore him and leave the room. At this time, Lin feels that this secret was revealed by Yuji because only she knew this. After that, all people had left and Yuji was standing there. He starts shouting at her and says that, "You betrayed just like your father," and he was about to throw her out. But at that moment, he collapses. She immediately takes him to the hospital. But she did not know that in the same hospital someone else was also brought, and that was Ming, who got hit by a car. Now on one side there was Ming, and on the other side Lin. Meanwhile, both were fighting between life and death. Lin needed a donor. In the end, it happens that Ming loses the battle of life. This moment was very painful for Yuji. Both loved each other a lot. Ming was careless, but he was a good person, and they had promised to spend their whole life together. After that, with tears, she goes to his grave and promises that I will try to live my life well. On the other hand, we see Lin. He gains consciousness and comes to know that he was very lucky. At the end time when he collapsed, he got a donor whose heart matched with him. Now he can live not just 1 month, but many years. The news of his operation reaches Uncle Singh, and all his plans fail. All shareholders again come back to Lin's side. But after the operation, his behavior changes a lot. Earlier he was cold and bossy. Now he becomes playful. He starts doing careless and spontaneous actions. He had a secretary who was also his best friend. His name was Jiang. He notices this change and says, "Boss, you have changed after the operation." After surgery, Lin also gets strange dreams. Again and again, he sees a hairpin, and it feels like a girl is lying on his chest. He gets confused what is happening. Now his mood changes so much that he who never ate snacks now often eats lollipop. Meanwhile, in the hospital, he sees Yuji passing by. He goes to her and says, "I have scores to settle with you. You revealed my secret right. Now see, I am fine and you have fallen down." He gets angry and scolds her, but then his heart starts hurting. He feels something strange, but still keeps teasing her. He even tries to trip her while she walks. She says, "Sorry that you have misunderstanding," but he says everything has a price and you will have to pay it. "You revealed my secret. Now you will tell me company secret." But she refuses and says, "I am not a traitor." Meanwhile, he thinks, "Whenever I get angry at this girl, my heart feels strained. What is this?" And that same pin keeps appearing in his dreams. We find out that this pin was gifted by Ming to Yuji as a sign of love, and it was very precious to her. Finally, Lin recovers and gets discharged. After that, he enters his office. Here, Jiang had also come for a meeting, who was Ming's friend. He gets angry at him as well. After that, when he goes home to rest, he again gets strange dreams. Then he cannot sleep and goes out for a walk at night. He does not understand that he is walking on an unknown path. It feels like someone is guiding him somewhere. Meanwhile, we see Yuji standing outside her house. She remembers that at this same place Ming had promised that "I will always stay with you." Thinking this, she sits and starts crying. At the same time, when she turns back, Lin was standing there. He shouts, "What are you doing in my way?" She says, "What are you doing? This is my house." Then he comes close and notices the same hairpin in her hair which he saw in dreams. He says, "When I was unconscious you came and cried on my chest, right?" She says, "Looks like you are crazy," and goes inside without caring. After that, he thinks, "Why did I come here?" Even after reaching home, he feels worried because he reached there but lost the way back. Next day, he again goes to the media company for a meeting. This was a shareholders meeting. He makes a powerful entry and gives an open challenge to his uncle in front of everyone. He had the power to control everything, but he puts one condition and says that Yuji should be made my secretary in the media company. Of course, no one could refuse him. He also wanted to take revenge from Yuji, so it was better to keep her close to him. But Jiang gets very angry and says, "What was lacking in me that you hired a new secretary?" Next day, he enters his personalized office in the media company. This was the same company from where his family was pushed out, and now he had returned with full power and status. After coming here, he first takes revenge from Yuji. He makes her serve him all the time, scolds her whenever he wants, and makes her run here and there for small tasks. But in the end, when she was giving him something, her hand suddenly gets stuck in the car door. Lin should have felt satisfied, but instead tears come in his eyes when he sees Yuji injured. He gets confused and says, "What is happening? Are these side effects of surgery or something else?" Yuji is also shocked that how a stone-hearted person can suddenly have tears. Meanwhile, Jiang gets worried. He brings some amulets and even starts praying, saying maybe some spirit has entered you, but Lin gets irritated and sends him away from there. At night again, he gets a nightmare. He feels like he is lying on the road and someone hit him with a car and left. He keeps thinking again and again what all this is and why these visions are coming. Next morning, when he reaches office, he sees Jiang and Yuji standing close and talking. Suddenly, he feels jealous without any reason. First, he scares them with his car, then says office romance is not allowed here. Yuji says, "You are mistaken. We are just friends and nothing more." But still seeing them together makes him feel strange jealousy. After that, he gives Yuji a task. A team was coming from abroad, and he tells her to receive them and show them all outlets properly. She had to stay with them the whole day, but she did not know that they actually wanted to buy the company and then sell it further for profit. When Yuji finds out the truth, she refuses immediately because it was against company policies and rules. When she returns, Lin gets very angry and says, "I will fire you right now." She says, "I am already resigning, so you do not need to do anything." After that, in the evening, she goes out, drinks, eats her favorite food, and while going home remembering Ming, she almost falls down on the road. At that moment, someone comes and holds her, and of course it was Lin. He gently touches her nose, but this style used to be Ming's habit. Seeing this, she hugs him while crying and calls him Ming again and again emotionally. Now the scene shifts. Yuji was drunk. Next day, when she wakes up, she remembers nothing clearly. She keeps thinking how I reached home and feels like maybe someone met her on the way and helped her. Of course it was Lin. Meanwhile, Lin was standing in the office arguing with Jiang seriously. Jiang was working as a legal director in his dad's company, and it clearly felt like both of them can never get along with each other. Yuji comes to office to handle her resignation matters. Meanwhile, Uncle Sing gets instigated by his right hand, who says that Yuji is behind everything happening. Some outlets were sold, and she was the one handling that team personally. Uncle Sing gets very angry and comes out immediately. As soon as he sees Yuji, he starts insulting her badly in front of everyone. Lin was standing there watching everything silently. He should not have cared, but still he feels hurt from inside. He feels his heart sinking and thinks that if he had not sent Yuji there, she would not have faced this insult and humiliation. Along with this, Lin was getting many strange feelings and emotional confusion. He sees a house and feels very deeply attached to it, so he decides to buy it without thinking much. In fact, this was the same house which Ming wanted to buy in the past. Ming and Yuji had decided that after marriage they will live in this house happily. But now Ming was no more in this world, so Lin buys that house at double price without hesitation. Not only this, when Ming used to live there as a tenant, some important documents were left behind in that place, and there he also finds a receipt. The receipt was from a jewelry shop. He goes there and finds out that Ming had bought a ring to propose. When he receives that ring, a call also goes to another member, and that was Yuji. Yuji immediately reaches that place. As soon as she sees that someone has received the delivery from that house, she gets shocked. It was Lin. She looks at him and says, "What are you doing here?" He says, "I bought this house. What are you doing here?" She says, "A delivery of mine came here." He says, "Yes, it is here," and gives her the ring. Now somewhere Yuji also feels something weird. When she gets hurt, he feels pain, and now he even bought that house where she wanted to live after marriage. She asks, "What is all this?" He immediately says it is just a misunderstanding, and that is all. Then he says, "What happened to you? Why are you crying after seeing the ring? Did your boyfriend dump you?" I already felt that curly head is not reliable. He starts saying bad things about Ming. Yuji immediately stops him, but she does not tell that Ming is no more in this world. Meanwhile, inside, she was feeling very guilty. Before her resignation could proceed, Lin comes to stop her. He comes inside and says, "Fine, if you do not want to be my secretary, then do not be, but do not leave the company. Do the work which you were doing before." But it was not easy because she already had a fight with Uncle Sing. But here Lin proves her innocent by checking the surveillance cameras. He shows the recording to Uncle Sing and says, "You behaved wrong with her." He warns him to be careful because the real traitor can be around him. He had helped Yuji once, but he also wanted to cover it. He says, "I cannot see wrong things happening. That is why I did this." He also says, "You were doing your work very well. Can you come back to me as my secretary? I can negotiate with you." Yuji immediately says okay, but I have one condition. He touches her nose in the same style like Ming and says, "I accept all your conditions." Now in the office, Lin keeps watching her. He notices that she stays serious and angry in front of him, but with others she laughs and talks happily. Even with Jiang, his ex-secretary, she had become good friends. Seeing them talking about makeup, he comes and scolds them. Then he calls Bang inside and asks, "What is all this?" She talks nicely with everyone. "Why is she always cold with me?" Jiang says she is called the smiling angel in office. She always smiles. He says there must be misunderstandings between you two. Why not try an idea? Take her for shopping. Girls like bags and gifts. Take her to a branded shop and give her a gift in the name of a client. Lin does the same, but he did not know that this idea would push her away instead of bringing her closer. And it happens the same way. She leaves him alone in the shop. Now Jiang gets into trouble, but again he calms Lin and says, "No problem, we will try another plan. You shifted to a new house. Why not invite her with her friends for a small get-together?" He says it will be like a housewarming party, and you will get a chance to get close and show your good side. Lin never allowed anyone in his house, but for Yuji he agreed. He calls the 3 secretaries in the office and says, "You all are hardworking." He hesitates, but says, "I shifted to a new house. Let us have a housewarming party and invite you all." Jiang also comes there, and the other secretaries agree immediately. Yuji neither says yes nor no, but somewhere he hopes she will come. She also planned to come, but at the last moment she gets a call from Jiang and finds out that he has fever. She takes medicine and goes to him. Meanwhile, the other 2 secretaries reach Lin's house and enjoy the party. They eat the food which he had specially ordered for Yuji. He gets restless and looks angrily at Jiang that your idea idea failed again. Meanwhile, the two girls start gossiping and Lin hears them. He tells them to speak louder. Say it. Tell me why Yuji didn't come today. The girls explain that actually she might not have come because of this house. This is the same house that she and her ex-fiancé had decided to buy after marriage to live together. For the first time, Lin comes to know that Ming is no longer in this world. He had an accident. In fact, it was not a normal accident. It was a hit-and-run case. The poor guy feels even worse after hearing this. He immediately goes outside Yuji's house. He came there in a different mood, but when he sees Yuji and Jiang standing together, his anger rises again. Instead of speaking normally, he becomes like a fire-breathing dragon and leaves from there. Before going, he gives Yuji a lot of work and says everything must be submitted by tomorrow without fail. These days, some conspiracies were going on against Lin in the office. Factory workers were being scared that the factory is closing, and they were already on protest. This news was also being spread in the media. Normally, he did not care about such things, but Yuji explains to him that this factory was built by your father. After getting it back after so long, if you destroy it now, would your father be happy seeing this? Because of her words, he decides to meet the labor union of the factory. There are some people talking to him there, but suddenly one man stands up and tries to calm others. Actually, he was Ming's father. As soon as Lin sees him, he feels something strange in his heart and suddenly faints there. He is taken to the hospital again. He gets scared that maybe something is wrong with him, but the doctor's reports show his heart is working completely normal. When he tries to stand and walk, he almost falls down. Yuji is standing there, and she holds him. This moment is seen by Jiang, and he realizes that his romantic rival is his own boss. On the other side, the doctor does some investigation with Jiang. He finds out that Lin's behavior has changed a lot, and he gets triggered by certain people. But these are people he had never even seen before his surgery. The doctor tells this to Lin and explains a theory called cellular memory. It is not fully proven, but in some rare cases, it has been seen. It means sometimes the donor's heart carries emotions and memories into the new body. Hearing this, Lin gets disturbed and says, does that mean before the operation I was someone else and now my personality has completely changed? This thought hurts him deeply because he was always proud of himself. Later, in the office, he sees Yuji dropping some files and Jiang helping her. Seeing this, he suddenly gets angry and separates them. He sends Yuji away and tells Jiang to stay in the legal department. Jiang then says he has a girl he likes in the office. He says this just to make Lin jealous, and it works perfectly. Lin gets even more irritated, but does not show it directly. After that, Lin calls Yuji to his office and scolds her badly. He says, what kind of behavior is this? You are dropping files like this. What if they were confidential documents? Jiang comes and says you are scolding her like a school kid whose classmate refused to play with him. And honestly, it looks exactly like that. Even Lin himself feels his behavior is strange and childish. Meanwhile, Jiang is not as simple as he looks. He is also making plans and has connections with some bad people outside the office, quietly plotting something big. Then one day Lin has an important interview. His stylist meets with an accident, so Jiang tells Yuji to help him get ready. She hesitates and says she has never done makeup for anyone before, but still she prepares him. And Lin actually feels very good seeing himself in the mirror. There is a strange comfort when she is around him. His interview goes well, but the reporter asks some painful questions about his father's past accusations. Hearing this, he gets deeply hurt and emotional. He only says one thing, my father can never do anything wrong. Hearing this, Yuji understands that behind his anger, there is a deep hidden pain. She thoughts that this time must have been very hard for him. Yuji says that sometimes your inner child comes out. Today she was just trying to cheer up his bad mood. At the same time, she also explains that just like his father was never wrong, her father also never did anything wrong. She tells him to stop making assumptions about others. Meanwhile, Lin had been having doubts about his uncle for some days. One day, he follows him and finds out that he regularly goes to the hospital for checkups. He has been diagnosed with cancer. Uncle Singh's condition was very serious because he was at the last stage. When he finds out that Lin knows the truth, he is completely shocked. He was hiding it because the company was in a critical situation. If people found out about his bad health, many conspiracies could start. And the first person doing all these conspiracies was Jiang. He already knew the truth and was secretly telling people to remove the current chairman and make him vice chairman. He was fully involved in this power game, and helping him in all this was none other than Uncle Singh's own right hand. When Uncle Singh finds out about this betrayal, he immediately leaves the hospital and comes to the office. But by then it is already too late. As soon as he enters, the guards try to throw him out. This moment feels like karma coming back to him. Just like he once insulted and threw out Lin's father from this same office, today the same is happening to him. But Lin does not enjoy this moment. Instead, he orders the guards to let him go with respect. He says he was once the chairman here, respect him. While leaving, Uncle Singh also finds out that Lin warned him about that traitor was actually his own right hand. This truth breaks him completely. Later, in a few days, Uncle Singh loses his life. Even though he was an enemy, Lin does not feel happy. He only feels regret and emptiness. He only wanted his business back, not this kind of ending. After losing his parents, this was another blood relation he lost, and it deeply hurts him. Meanwhile, police investigation on the hit-and-run case continues. A female investigator is handling the case, and she reaches quite far, but then hits a dead end. The main suspect she was investigating dies in another accident while running away. But through his phone, she finds Jiang's number and calls him for questioning. Since Jiang is a lawyer, he easily escapes and avoids getting caught. On the other hand, Lin keeps thinking about one thing. He tells Jiang to somehow find out who his heart donor is. Jiang refuses, saying it is illegal and confidential. But Lin keeps insisting, saying just do it secretly. I am not going to harm anyone. Meanwhile in the office, Jiang, after gaining people's trust and playing his tricks, has now become CEO. He calls Yuji to a place that holds old memories for them. It was a place they used to visit during college days. There, Jiang finally expresses his feelings and confesses that he likes her. He says that Ming proposed you first and I stepped back, but even today I like you. He tells her he wants her to trust him and let him give her a better life. Yuji feels very awkward after hearing this. She always considered him just a friend and never saw him like this. She wants to ignore it, but Jiang keeps reminding her again and again. On the anniversary day of Lin's parents, he travels to another city and takes Yuji with him, who drives for him. It is the first time he takes her to the graveyard to meet his parents. He sits there and talks to them for a while. On the way back, their car breaks down and a storm starts. Both of them stay inside the car waiting for rescue. Yuji's stomach keeps growling from hunger. Lin teases her saying, just admit you are hungry. But then it turns out he is also just as hungry as her. Finally, they both eat the food they had in the car together, and they both enjoyed the food together. After that, Lin got a little drunk. In fact, both of them had drank a bit, and the effect made them open up and share their personal feelings. He was shocked and kept thinking why he keeps getting attracted to her again and again. In the end, he moves closer and kisses her. Just then, the rescue team arrived. Lin feels extremely embarrassed, so he takes a few days off from work. Now he is avoiding facing Yuji in the office at all costs. He even awkwardly asks Jiang, if you accidentally kiss someone, what should you do? What will the other girl think? As usual, Jiang gives useless and confusing advice. Yuji's condition is also not very different. Meanwhile, some factory workers come to her. They say they went to Jiang, but he refused to solve their issue, saying the boss has strict rules. They request Yuji to pass their message to Lin since she is his secretary. Since Lin was on leave, Yuji goes to meet him at his house. She is standing outside when he suddenly comes and scares her, but then he holds her to calm her down. Jiang had advised him to act very cold in front of her, but he completely fails to act that way. He tells Yuji, how can you talk to me so professionally after what happened between us? Have you forgotten everything? She calmly replies that it was just an impulsive moment and he had also been drinking. He says, so it's just a small thing for you? Has something like this happened to you before? And gets angry again. But Yuji calms him down and says she understands him. She says she has never given him any negativity. He gets angry, scolds people, but deep down he is an innocent person. And she was right about him. Lin had already read all the files, but the next day he pretends in front of Yuji that he did not read anything and tells her to take back the documents she left at his house. But in reality, he had already decided to help the workers. In the next scene, Lin finally gets information about his heart donor, but he does not get the exact name, only the address. It turns out to be a family house near the factory area. He thinks why not go and visit the family once and understand their situation. When he reaches the address, Yuji is also there with Uncle Do. Both are shocked seeing him there. He says he came to meet someone nearby. Since Uncle Do also works in his factory, they invite him inside the house. He is surprised that Uncle Do actually lives there. Uncle Do turns out to be Ming's father. When they serve him fruits and sweets, he suddenly picks up a lollipop just like Ming used to do. During conversation, he finds out that Uncle Do is completely alone. His wife passed away long ago, and his only son has also died. That son was Ming. Hearing this, he is shocked. He realizes that it is Ming's heart beating inside him, which is why he feels so strongly attracted to Yuji. At the same time, seeing Ming's father's loneliness, he feels something heavy in his heart. He quickly leaves the place to control his emotion. Later, he again talks to Jiang and says he thought he liked Yuji, but now he feels it is actually Ming's heart influencing him. He says, this heart is going crazy for her. He tries to convince himself that he will control these feelings and stay away from her, but the heart does not listen. Next day, he keeps worrying about Yuji again and again. She had gone early morning to the factory area for union work, and he has not seen her all day. He keeps asking Jiang about her, and Jiang says, weren't you the one who said you will control your heart? So how is that going? Lin also goes to the factory area. There is a workers' union meeting happening there. On the way, at one point, he suddenly feels something strange in his heart again. He immediately stops the car and stands there for a long time. The feeling he was getting could not be explained, but the truth starts becoming clear, and it is revealed by Mr. Feng, Jiang's father. Mr. Feng thinks in his mind that this is the same place where Ming lost his life. At the same time, we come to know that Jiang has started plotting against Lin. He had intentionally left that spot and was playing a very big game to trap Lin. Lin goes back and tells Jiang to investigate the place where he keeps feeling something strange. He says maybe I have been here before, or maybe the owner of this heart has been here. Jiang investigates and finds out that this is exactly the same place where Ming had the accident and died. Hearing this, Lin is completely shocked. On the other side, we see the investigator Yao. She informs Ming's family that this was not a simple hit-and-run case. Someone had deliberately targeted him. Ming had been investigating some company matters, so this case might be linked to that. Hearing this, Yuji becomes very sad, but she controls herself. At this time, the factory workers, labor union, and Lin were not getting along well. Yuji thinks of solving the distance between them, so she arranges a dinner with some members. There she explains in front of everyone that their boss is short-tempered and behaves like a child sometimes. But he is not a hypocrite. Whatever he feels, he says directly. She says all the previous bosses were political and fake. That is why they could not connect with workers. But his intentions were never bad towards them. Somehow, she manages to reduce the gap between both sides. She also contributes a lot herself. During dinner, she drinks a little too much. Later, Lin sits beside her and takes care of her. He thinks in his heart why she is doing so much for me. When she rests her head on his shoulder, he thinks how can I keep distance from her now? Next day, Lin holds a conference and announces that factory production will be restarted. He also says he will arrange funding for it. He had already gathered many investors and even sold some of his US properties to invest in this project. Because of this investment, his shares increase again, and he becomes the most powerful person once more. Jiang is removed from his position first. When Lin enters, Jiang is standing in front of him again, looking like he is surrendering. But in reality, Jiang is just acting and planning a bigger trap. He had stepped back on purpose to make Lin fall into a bigger game. Meanwhile, Yuji keeps taking care of Lin, and he feels happy about it. But Jiang comes and bursts his bubble. He tells him that Yuji and Ming were very close since childhood. Many of Lin's habits are similar to Ming, so maybe that is why she cares for him so much, because he reminds her of Ming. Hearing this, Lin gets angry again. He says, is there anyone in this world who is stuck in a love triangle with his own heart like me? Jiang gives him advice again, but as usual it is confusing. He says maybe she is attracted to you. Try acting bossy and see her reaction. Following Jiang's advice, Lin goes to Yuji. He tries to act strict and bossy, giving her small tasks, but he fails to stay serious. He tries to come close, even raises his hands like he will hug her, but suddenly he picks up a random paper and runs away saying this is very important. Yuji is confused because it turns out to be just a cafeteria menu. He returns embarrassed, and Jiang tells him he is not suitable for this. Later in the office, a secretary sees both of them standing very close and becomes suspicious. After that, Yao comes to the office for investigation work. She hears a ringtone and gets shocked. It is the same ringtone that used to be on Ming's phone. Now it is on Lin's phone. She accidentally says, why does your ringtone sound like his? He immediately says, like what? Like Ming. Yao is even more impulsive than Ming. She instantly grabs him and pins him against the wall. And not just that, Lin also goes one step ahead and blurts out, did you find Ming's phone or not? It was missing, right? Actually, he was seeing all of this in his dream. But how could he explain this to an investigator? So Yao ends up scolding him a lot, and Jiang comes in and saves him. In the end, After a lot of chaos, they somehow sit calmly in the office and start talking. Yao feels that something is definitely wrong, but how can she suspect him? At the time of Ming's death, Lin was in the hospital because of his heart disease. He had a very strong alibi. Everyone knew he did nothing wrong. His health condition itself proved it. Meanwhile, Yao is not just an investigator. She is also Yuji and Jiang's childhood friend. Yuji had always told her that she never got along with her boss. But now when Yao sees her, she is actually praising Lin. Yao starts thinking how everything changed so much. Even Yuji herself does not realize when her feelings started changing towards Lin. On the other hand, Lin has already gone deep into the case, and he suspects Jiang the most. One day, he calls Jiang aside and says, "Only you knew what Ming was investigating. His last meeting and last conversation was also with you, and after that he died. I think you are the suspect in this murder." He says all this maybe just to scare him. But Jiang's father, Mr. Feng, who is standing nearby, hears everything and looks very worried. After that, Lin gets a chance and asks Yuji, "When you look at me, do you see someone else in me?" He just wants to confirm whether she is interested in him or still stuck in her past with Ming. But Yuji immediately replies, "People like you are very rare, and I don't think I have ever met someone like you before." Hearing this, Lin feels relieved. Now he feels that she is getting involved with him, not just because of his heart. Then we also find out another truth. Mr. Feng knew everything about Jiang's wrong action. In fact, on the day Ming was hit by the car, he was present there. He saw everything with his own eyes, how Jiang tried to kill Ming. Now he felt that people might catch his son soon. Before that could happen, he takes his own life and leaves a note saying that he was the one who accidentally hit Ming with his truck. He writes that he got scared, Ming died, and he ran away with his phone so no one could catch him. He even kept the phone as proof so the police would close the case. But for Jiang, he leaves a separate note saying, "I know everything about you. You are finally reaching the top, and I don't want to see you fall. That's why I am sacrificing myself to save you." When the police find out all this, everything looks normal, so they decide to close the case. But Mr. Du feels very sad because the person who killed Ming turned out to be someone from their own group. Yuji is also very upset. She goes to the funeral, and after that, she tells Jiang that from now on she will try to avoid facing him. She never imagined that Jiang's family would be involved in her fiancé's death. But Lin cannot accept all this. He calls Yao and asks her to meet him. He says, "I thought you were a capable investigator. How can you close this case like this? It was not a truck, it was a car that hit Ming." Yao asks, "How do you know all this?" He replies, "Will you believe me if I say there is another personality inside me that knows many things?" At first, Yo also felt something strange, but before she could take him seriously, she gets angry and says, "You are crazy. Don't show me your face again." Not only that, the next day she even calls Yuji to complain about her boss. But Yuji does not pick up because she is in a meeting, so Yao sends a message instead. At that time, Yuji's laptop is connected to the meeting, so her messages accidentally appear on the screen. Everyone reads how badly Yao was talking about Lin. Seeing this, Yuji feels very embarrassed. She keeps thinking Lin will get angry. She keeps saying sorry again and again. But Lin does not say anything. Instead, he is worried about Yuji. He thinks after seeing all this, and after knowing about Jiang's father, she must be very upset. So he takes her to a quiet place. He tells her, "Whenever you are upset, you can always share your pain with me. My shoulder will always be there for you." After a few days, problems start in Lin's company. Production stops because investors pull out. Raw material suppliers also refuse to deal with them. Behind all this chaos is Jiang. He is the one creating all these problems. It looks like he has nothing left to lose, so now he just wants to destroy Lin completely. The reason is Yuji. She has started ignoring Jiang and is getting closer to Lin, so Jiang's jealousy and anger keep increasing. Jiang is now using the same strategy against Lin that Lin once used against his uncle. It becomes a full revenge game. Lin is very stressed. Yuji notices this and takes care of him. Once, when he falls asleep while working, she gently covers him. He was happy that she was taking care of him. When he wakes up, he holds her hand and says, "I am really tired. Can you recharge me a little?" She promises him that no matter what happens, she will support him. She says her father and she both have long experience with this company, and they know many suppliers. She will stand by him. While they are talking to suppliers, an emergency suddenly happens. They find out Jiang has caused chaos in the office. He has created a fire-like situation inside the company. Jiang has also joined hands with the same foreign company Lin works with. Now he is openly challenging him. Jiang even starts acting and talking exactly like Lin, copying his style and attitude. Lin eyes, "Do you have a secret crush on me? Why are you copying me?" Jiang replies, Even if I am copying you, I will do it better. Then Jiang says he wants the same demand Lin once made to Uncle Sing. That is, he wants Yuji as his secretary. Lin gets very angry and refuses. He says he will never give Yuji to him. He says he knows how to protect his people. But before the fight gets worse, Yuji herself steps in and says she will accept Jiang's offer. She says company interest is more important than anything else. She agrees to become Jiang's secretary. After the meeting, Jiang deliberately orders Yuji to follow him, just to irritate Lin. Lin tries to stop her, but she pulls away and leaves with Jiang. Jiang thinks he has won, but Yuji surprises him. She says, "By doing this kind of behavior, you are making me hate you even more." Then she gives him her resignation letter and says that the moment she becomes his secretary, she will resign immediately. She tells him clearly that he is doing all this so she cannot help Lin. She says she will still stand by Lin and support him, and Jiang cannot stop her from doing that. Jiang gets furious and tears her resignation letter. On the other side, investigator Yao continues her investigation. She finds out that the injuries on Ming's body match a car accident, not a truck. Now she starts thinking Lin might be right, and he is not crazy. Yao comes to Lin's house to meet him again. She asks, "How do you know all this?" He again says there is another personality inside him that knows many things. Yao gets frustrated and reacts angrily, treating him like he is joking or lying. Jiang joins the conversation, and this is when Lin suddenly gets an idea. He says he remembers something important from that night. There was a very unique watch he saw. He says if they find the owner of that watch, they might find the real killer. Next day, Lin sends a picture of that watch to Yao. Yao becomes determined to find the truth. Even though she is confused and has no clear logic yet, she still decides to try. Meanwhile, Jiang becomes more angry every time he sees Yuji and Lin together. It feels like he is losing even after winning so much. Yuji and Lin manage to find some small suppliers to restart work, but Jiang again interferes and gets those suppliers' factories raided and stops their production using bribery. He is ready to do anything to destroy Lin. Now the situation becomes even worse. Yuji is stressed, and Lin can clearly see her tension. He tells her not to worry, but Yuji says she is sorry because she is not able to help as much as she wants. Lin then asks her, "The way you care for me and support me without any demand, can I understand this as you starting to like me a little?" Hearing this, Yuji gets shocked and runs away, but Lin stops her. She gives a very honest answer. She says that the incident with Ming is still fresh in her heart, and she hasn't been able to move on yet. She needs time to think about everything. Hearing this, Lin doesn't get angry. Instead, he calmly tells her that he is ready to wait for her his whole life. He says, "Take your time. Whenever you turn back and look at me, you'll always find me waiting for you." After this, the story shifts to the office where the company is going through a major crisis. Things are getting worse day by day, but Yuji stands firmly by Lin's side. She proves that she is someone who stays even in difficult times. She suggests that they should look for new investors who truly understand the company's vision. However, finding such people is not easy. Then she tells him about a potential investor, a simple woman who owns a chain of noodle shops across the country. Despite being successful, she still works like a normal worker in her shop. Lin and Yuji go to meet her and try to convince her, but she misunderstands them and sends them away, thinking they are just like other businessmen. Meanwhile, Jiang returns and creates more pressure. He tells Lin that he has failed to achieve his targets and now must either give up his shares or bow down and apologize. Lin is confused about what to do, but at that exact moment, the same noodle shop lady arrives at the office and agrees to invest in his company. A flashback reveals the reason. Earlier, during a small fight at her shop, Lin had accidentally dropped his business card. When the lady saw it, she realized he was the son of the man who once helped her start her business. Lin's father had supported her and her special needs child when no one else did. She always felt guilty for never repaying that kindness. So now, she decides to help his son in the same way. With this investment, Lin regains confidence. He becomes more open about his feelings for Yuji and doesn't even try to hide it anymore. He wants everyone to know that he likes her, while Yuji still feels shy about it. There are also some light and emotional moments. Uncle Du, Ming's father, notices their growing closeness. Once Lin and Ming's father got bumped into each other, they started blaming each other. Lin always becomes open up with Ming's father. Ming's father was a very good man. HS saw Ming and Lin sometimes. Lin also behaves warmly with him, even tying his shoelaces just like Ming used to. Later, Lin celebrates Yuji's birthday at his house, and their bond becomes stronger. But soon, trouble returns. One day in the office, Lin notices a watch on Jiang's wrist. Suddenly, everything clicks in his mind. This is the same watch he had been trying to trace. Now he is sure that Jiang is involved in Ming's death. He confronts Jiang and warns him that he won't let him go. Then he goes to investigator Yao and tells her that he has found the real culprit. But Yao doesn't believe him because he has no solid proof. She thinks he's just making claims based on strange feelings and dreams. At the same time, Lin and Yuji plan to go on a picnic together, but before that can happen, Jiang plays a dirty trick. Being a lawyer, he knows all the loopholes. He reports Lin to the police, accusing him of illegally accessing confidential hospital data. He even suggests that Lin might be involved in organ trafficking. Because of this serious accusation, the police arrive and take Lin away for questioning. He tries to explain that he was only curious to know whose heart he has after his surgery. But at that exact moment, Yuji overhears everything. Jiang had planned this carefully so that Yuji would misunderstand Lin and start hating him. So Jiang keeps manipulating Yuji's mind. He tells her that Lin's love is not real. He says the heart inside Lin belongs to Ming, and whatever she feels is just because of that heart. According to him, it's only a temporary cell memory that will fade with time, and everything will go back to normal. He even emotionally pressures her by saying, "Don't you feel ashamed in front of Ming? This man is alive only because Ming died." These harsh words deeply affect Yuji. She becomes confused and emotionally broken. When Lin returns, he waits to meet her and apologizes for not informing her earlier. Yuji asks where he was, but Lin hesitates. He doesn't know how to tell the truth, so he lies and says that Yuang was sick and he was with him. At that moment, Yuji's trust breaks. She realizes he is hiding something. The next day, she doesn't even come to the office because she falls seriously ill. Lin gets worried when she doesn't answer his call. He goes to her house, gets the door opened with the help of the landlady, and finds her with a high fever. He stays there all night, taking care of her. Next day, she went to office. However, even after recovering, Yuji starts behaving coldly. She talks very formally and avoids him. Lin thinks she is angry because he reached late and keeps trying to cheer her up, but she completely ignores him. Later, Yuji meets Yao and indirectly tells her that everything in her life was like a bubble trap, which has now burst. She says she knows that Lin has Ming's heart, and her conscience does not allow her to stay with him anymore. Hearing this, Yao finally understands how Lin knew things about Ming's last moment. Yuji then goes to Lin and tells him she wants to resign. She says all the company crises are over, and now she wants a break, to rest and go far away for some time. Lin tries to stop her and suggests taking a paid leave instead, but she doesn't listen. At the same time, a man named Tian appears. He used to work in their factory and had helped Ming in some investigation. In reality, he was also involved in Jiang's dirty work. Now he is blackmailing Jiang for money and even approaches Yuji to scare him. Lin already knows this man is dangerous, so he quickly sends Yuji away, telling her to focus on training others before leaving. After finishing her work, when Yuji is about to leave, Lin follows her and stops her. He holds her hand and expresses how restless he is. He says he can't sleep at night thinking about her behavior, but Yuji acts completely heartless and leaves him standing there in pain. Meanwhile, when Lin was called for investigation, and during this Yao confirms that Lin really has Ming's heart. Lin requests her not to tell Yuji yet because he wants to reveal it himself at the right time. But Yao feels stuck between both sides as Yuji already knows the truth. On the other side, Jiang continues his scheme. He creates a fake business order, even arranges advance payment, but cancels it at the last moment after production is completed, just to cause loss. He then argues with Lin and tries to prove that he is not capable of running the company. But this time, Lin was already prepared. He had secured another similar order from a different country and had already considered the first one canceled. Instead of loss, he actually makes a profit. Jiang completely fails, and even his business partner scolds him for never being able to defeat Lin. Still, Jiang is not ready to give up. He plans something bigger. On Yuji's last day, the office arranges a farewell for her. Lin invites Uncle Du, hoping he can convince Yuji to stay. Uncle Du sincerely tries to explain that she shouldn't leave, as both she and her father have given many years to this company. But just when things seem hopeful, Jiang arrives there and is ready to create another problem, starting a new emotional game that could change everything again. Jiang arrives there and says, "I know you both hate me," but also exposes the truth in front of Yuji and Uncle Du, saying Lin is alive only because Ming died and his heart was transplanted into him. This shocks everyone deeply. Yuji feels hurt and confused and immediately walks away. Lin tries to stop her, but Jiang blocks him and says he has taken his revenge. He says you would be the CEO of the company, but you'll not be happy because your love Yuji is gone. Still, Lin doesn't give up and waits outside Yuji's house the whole night, but she refuses to meet him. The next morning, she coldly tells him that his feelings are not real and are only because of Ming's heart. Before all of this, you hate me and you are not like that. Lin says, tell me, what should I do? Lin is heartbroken and asks what he should do to prove his love, but she doesn't listen and leaves him in pain. Lin had completely become a depressed mess. Jiang and Yao both look at him. Yao is shocked, thinking someone looking like this is actually the CEO of such a big company. Jiang says, forget CEO, I can't even see a PA around him. Well, then Yao comes and starts telling Lin, dream a new dream. Give me a new hint about the case. I'm stuck at one point. He tells her, how can I dream? I can't even sleep. I stay up all night. Just memories of Yuji keep coming back. And then finally one day he comes face to face with Yuji. At first he thought he was hallucinating, but it really was Yuji. He wanted to sit and talk with her for a while. Yuji agrees and tells him that I have shifted quite far from here. Right now I'm with Yao, but I'm looking for a job. Once I find one, I'll get a place there too. Lin tells her, why did you put yourself through so much trouble? Why are you going this far? I promise you, whether Ming's heart was transplanted in me or not, I still love you and I always will. And along with this he also says, it's your life. You can make whatever decision you want, but I will also make my own decision. I will keep pursuing you until the day I win you over. Uncle Du also comes and tells Lin, whatever Jiang told me that day, I wasn't angry at all. I was just a little shocked, but I'm happy that my son's heart is still beating in your body, but it's still there. I always wanted Yuji to be my daughter-in-law, but now I want her to be your life partner, and I want to see you both happy. Whenever Yuji stepped out of her house, she would find bouquets waiting for her in the post box, and of course, it was none other than Lin leaving them there. And one day, he gets caught red-handed doing this and runs away from Yuji like he just saw a ghost. Then one day, when Yuji was going for a job interview, she got a bouquet early in the morning along with best wishes, and because of those wishes, she immediately gets the job too. Meanwhile, the man Jiang had partnered with for all his schemes kept demanding money from him, so Jiang wanted to get him beaten up by some men. But just then the police arrive and take Jiang away. Being a lawyer, Jiang thought very highly of himself. He believed his knowledge of the law was so strong that whatever wrong he did, he could cover it so well that catching him would be impossible. And even now he was doing shady things in the company. Meanwhile, Uncle Du goes and meets Yuji and tells her, Lin is a good man. Whatever happened in your past, just treat it as a dream and move on. There is someone who cherishes you, who wants to take care of you. I want you to be happy. After this, Yuji goes to her old home one last time. She sees Lin standing there again, lost in memory. She tells him, I came to collect my thing. I also got a job and I've rented a place. He couldn't force her to stay, so with a heavy heart he says goodbye and leaves. But just a few days later, Yuji finds out that Lin had been indirectly helping her, not just in getting a job, but also in finding a home. He had quietly helped her a lot behind the scenes. Hearing this, she is shocked. She immediately calls Lin, and he tries to keep up his act, pretending to be casual and unaware. She tells him, I am coming to meet you right now, and he runs off in the same direction too. Both were standing across the road from each other. Lin was very happy. He calls out to her, wait there. I'm coming. But just then someone attacks Lin. He falls unconscious. That person steals some data from his pocket and runs away. It was actually the data that Tian had given as evidence, which Lin had carefully saved against Jiang. As soon as Lin regains consciousness, he sees Yuji come to him, scared, crying. Jiang is also there, and seeing both of them, Lin suddenly starts saying, who are you people? Do I know you? And he specifically kept asking Yuji, are we close? Do you love me? Is that why you're crying so much? But right in the middle of this, Jiang ruins everything by saying the wrong dialogue. Their hero's whole act falls apart, and he and Jiang start fighting. Why did you go off script? Why didn't you say what we rehearsed? And just then Yuji calms them both down. She hugs Lin and says, do you know how scared I was? I don't want to lose you. Meanwhile, the investigation against Jiang was ongoing. Yao was having a very hard time catching him. He was very clever. Well, finally, Yuji and Lin had become a couple. Lin would take advantage of his illness and get Yuji to take care of him, telling her to sit beside his bed all night like in a drama, and that he wants to see her there when he wakes up. But what Lin didn't know was that along with this happiness, a very big disaster was coming his way. He was being checked up again, and the doctors had felt that something was wrong with his heart. There were some tissues his body was rejecting, but Lin didn't know this yet. One day the two of them were going somewhere together when Jiang spots them being all lovey-dovey. He burns with so much jealousy that he feels like tearing Lin out by his roots. He goes and threatens him, this is the last time. After what I'm about to do next, I will leave you completely bankrupt. Then we'll see if you're still worthy of Yuji. Meanwhile, Lin has a dream again, and in this dream something clicks for him. Why did Ming grab Jiang's hand as he was leaving? He was the one trying to kill him, so why would he ask him for help? He wasn't asking for help. He was leaving bloodstains on his watch so that one day it could serve as evidence. And now all they needed was that watch. If they could test it, they could find Ming's bloodstains on it and catch the murderer that way. Lin was just settling into happiness when his doctor delivers him bad news. He says you'll need to come for regular checkups because your heart isn't working properly, and the symptoms you've been thinking are just a cold are actually signs of an underlying disease. But Lin doesn't tell Yuji any of this. He didn't want to make her sad. Whatever time he had, he wanted to spend it well with her. They sit together and Yuji writes many wishes on sticky notes. All the things she wanted to do with Lin, all the dreams she wanted to fulfill with him, even the small one. And Lin too wanted to enjoy every moment of life with her. One day he goes to drop her home. He was very scared. As she was leaving, he stops her and kisses her, thinking to himself, who knows which meeting will be our last. Then in the next scene we see that he has been admitted to the hospital. The doctors tell him, "We have done all your checkup. Your condition is such that we can continue treatment, but the chances are very slim." This time Lin breaks down. He says, "Last time I had no will to live, but now I want to live. Doctor, whatever treatment there is, I want to do it. I want to live for Yuji." Now on one side his health issues were ongoing, and on the other side Jiang had been tormenting him. Only one day was left. After that he would be removed from the company. Jiang thought that this time Lin wouldn't survive his attack. Then one day Yuji shows up at Jiang's house. He is surprised to see her. She acted like she wanted to discuss company matters, but actually she had come to steal that watch from his house. Someone distracts Jiang, and he goes to the parking lot to check his car. In that time Yuji took the watch out of his drawer and stole it. As she was leaving, Jiang stops her and says, "I know you didn't just come here to talk about company matters. I don't know what you were up to, but I'm still very happy and thankful that we had this brief meeting. And maybe this is our last one." Then the next day, just as Jiang was announcing his success to the media, that he had removed Lin from the company, the police arrive with an arrest warrant for him. He had killed Ming and solid proof had now been found. Everyone had underestimated Lin, but he had been smarter than they thought. He had saved the company too, and had taken some of the blame onto himself, but the kind of charges he took would keep the company safe, and after paying a fine Lin could also walk free. By doing all this, he had won the game. Yuji was very sad watching him leave, but Lin tells her, "It's only a matter of a few days, I'll be back." And that's exactly what happened. A few weeks later, he is released from jail, but Yuji finds out that behind this early release were also his health issues. His health had gotten very bad. Because of being in jail, he hadn't been able to get proper treatment. Now he was sitting outside Yuji's house. As soon as he meets her, his condition worsens and he lands straight in a hospital bed. His treatment was going on, but at that same time he loses consciousness and falls into a coma. And so he lay there unconscious. A few months passed. One day Yuji was looking quite happy. She had learned to live and smile even through sorrow. Today was special because Wang and Yao were going to become a couple and they were selecting their wedding outfit. The next day was their engagement too. All the friends had gathered, and just as the celebration was about to begin at the venue, they got a surprise. Lin had recovered and come back. Yuji had never received a bigger surprise in her life. Lin tells her, "I came straight here from the hospital. Sorry I didn't bring a ring for you, but can you make do with this?" And with that, he draws a tiny heart on her ring finger. And with this, the drama ends here. Thank you for watching.